This is class 10th employability skills, code is 402. This is unit number 4, entrepreneurship skills. Entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial. So all are related to entrepreneur. Those who start their own business, create jobs, take risk. So we have seen and heard about various entrepreneurs in day-to-day life. These are common traders, these are common businessmen, but being entrepreneur is kind of different, a bit different. So this is a type of business where the person is self-employed, a person, man, women, is starting its own business. Why it is starting a business? They want to satisfy the need of the people, that is the demand of the people, that is the demand of the market. And in a good way, in a different way, they satisfy the need, demand. And the whole idea is to help the society and to make profit. Not only the profit for themselves, but for the whole society, people working with them, market, etc. So entrepreneur, today, most of the people, they want to be an entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur. So what are these qualities of a successful entrepreneur which make them different from others, normal people? There are certain properties, key properties that we can talk about. Because the entrepreneur which have achieved success, got a status or making good profit, they have certain properties. So what are these properties? First, they are confident. That is, they are confident about themselves. Whatever ability they have, skills they have, they are quite confident on it. That is, that they will see and they will do and they say, okay, I'll do it, I can do it. Second thing is new ideas. If someone is there, just buy stuff and sell stuff, he has not imbibed any new idea. But the successful entrepreneur will always generate and implement new ideas. They are patient, not that patient of where you see a doctor visiting. Patient means time. If they start a business, they give time, 1, 2, 3 years, and not always success, they will get loss also. You will incur loss also. But the entrepreneur, they are patient. They are creative. That is, whatever people are thinking, they think differently. Swiggy, Zomato, Uber, Ola, or OLX. All these are business ideas. The demands were there, but people were not meeting it. So those entrepreneurs, they grabbed the opportunity and they were creative enough to start this $1 million businesses. Now they take responsibility. Whatever good happens is there or others, but if some failure happens, they will take the responsibility. They will take the responsibility and they will do all the needful to correct the scenario. They take decision. They are strong enough to take strong decision which can help in the long run. So rule, regulation, some boundary, they can make decisions. They work hard. You cannot just wait for something and leave everything to others. Just work hard. They are working hard. And finally, they don't give up. They don't leave things in between. They say, if I have to, I will. So these are the qualities of successful entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship and society. So if you are doing any business, trading, or anything where you are in market fulfilling the needs of the people, fulfilling the needs of the market. So you are doing some entrepreneurship. And the society is involved. So how you are helping society? Or you can also say that how you are not helping the society. Sometimes. So we talked about two kind of people, categories. This person is a cook. in a restaurant, and the other person who has started his own business, say he is selling some samosas, or say some salad, special salad, or some drinks. So this cook in the restaurant, he gets around 10,000 rupees every month. So he is wage employed, he is salary employed. So he is working for a person or an organization, and he gets paid for his work, maybe weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. This is how he gets the money. But the self-employed people, they start their own business. They start the business to see and to fulfill the needs of the people. For example, if say Sprout salad, Sprout, if you see these Golgappe or some other shops, they are everywhere. But if you are selling papaya shake, that is not available everywhere. If you are selling Sprout salad, a very healthy kind of salad. So those who are self-employed, they who can take the business risk, people know that this Sprout salad, like the beans and dals, like lentils, something healthy, and along with this all tomatoes and onions and these lime, salt. So they are taking risk. Not everyone will be interested in Sprout salad. And then finally, they have new ideas. This is a new idea. So they are starting the business, taking risk and new ideas. And those who do it, they are called entrepreneur. These are entrepreneur. Let me tell you again, those who start their business, take risk and have new ideas to fulfill the need of the society, they are entrepreneur. It's all about money, because people do work to get money. But on the other hand, there are some people who do for society. We'll take an example and we'll try to understand who is an entrepreneur, who is not. So they don't seem to be Ramya and Ramu, but let us assume one is Ramya and one is Ramu. They both have, or they both own a shop which sell plants. So Ramya and Ramu, they both have, or they both own the plant shop. Okay. So plant shop, plant basically the flower plant and the fruit plant and show plant. So they both have plant shop that is similar to both of them. So Ramu, he comes every day, sits and sells. But Ramya doesn't do that. She is always walking around. She is getting customers to her shop, bringing them, pulling them. And also, she is just not selling plants. She is also selling seeds and flowers. That is, not only plants, along with this, she is also selling seeds and flowers. So if somebody comes, he or she gets everything, plants, seeds, flowers. But Ramu just comes, sits, whenever somebody comes, he sells it. So Ramya is an entrepreneur. Ramya is working hard to do more, to grow her business. So Ramya is an entrepreneur. Ramu is just a businessman. He's not doing anything to grow the business. Whenever we talk about entrepreneur, where do the entrepreneurs start their business? Where do they sit? Where do they work? They run their businesses in a market. In a market. Just assume a scenario. This is a Leh Ladakh mountain. You know what is the population there? Scarce. Say in 5 kilometer area, there are say 10 people only. They are living. Now you start a business on that hilltop. Nobody will come. This business will not run because there is no market. So everyone has to go to, even if he is a plain trader or a businessman, they have to go to the market. They have to work in the market. So entrepreneurs also does the same thing. So the entrepreneur buy products and buy services, or you can say market. They have people who buy products and services and they sell also. And the entrepreneur, they also buy products and services and they also sells the products and services to the market. So market gives things to entrepreneur, Entrepreneur give things to market. So there is a kind of two-way exchange of product as well as services. Okay, two-way selling and buying of services and products, and there is money involved. So entrepreneur selling to the market, getting from the market, market selling to the entrepreneur, getting from the entrepreneur. So here money is involved. So all these people in the market, various people who are involved, they are getting money, they are making money, everyone makes money here. So this is how entrepreneur, they are helping their market, the area in the market and the society as a whole. They are helping to emancipate them, the level and the money. Aditi. Aditi has a store. She owns a store and she sells shampoos. Shampoo for hair. That is, she owns a store that is selling shampoos, different variety of shampoos. Now she has many customers and she buys large quantities of this shampoo from a woman. That is, this is Aditi. Aditi is buying a lot of stuff from a woman. Along with this, two men work for her. In her store, there are two men who are helping her to sell these shampoos and other stuff. So Aditi is doing what? She is helping the women, and she has also given job to two people. That is, she is helping other people to make money, to generate money. She is also creating jobs. She is also increasing jobs. That is, she is helping them, or you can say an entrepreneur, they help others to live better life. So they are running their business to help people. So customer, they have needs, they have wants, and they have demands. There are certain things which are really required. There are some certain things which are moderately required, and there are certain things which are luxury. But still, people require it. And Aditi, like all these entrepreneurs, helps them to satisfy it. So first thing is, the entrepreneur fulfill customer needs. Customer means those who are going to buy your product and services. So demand coming from a customer, this means that a product or service, what people would want, they desire. Please remember what they want. So entrepreneur, they find out what they actually want, what people want. Then entrepreneur use their creativity to come up with a kind of business idea, BI, to meet that kind of demand in a very fruitful manner, in a creative manner, in a new manner. No, new means something very different manner. Second thing, entrepreneur, they will use local materials. For example, if somebody starts some business, if he is living in Delhi, he will not go to Tamil Nadu or Pondicherry to buy his stuff until the stuff is only available there. He will not go to Burma, he will not go to Bhutan. He will try to get the local materials, because the cheap the material, the cheap the product will be. So the product can be produced at a lower cost if the materials are readily available, nearby available. So the usage of material, local material, so local people will get benefited. Those people, those who are living in the vicinity, they will get emancipated in their livelihood. Then the entrepreneur helps society. So entrepreneur, they are working with whom? They are actually solving the problem or meeting the demand of the society. So they have a positive relationship with the society. They are, no doubt, they are making profits, but with the activities which will benefit the society. Okay. Now if you see the people who are coming from the college right now, they know the importance of environment. They know global warming. They know carbon footprint. Previously, when people got passed out in 2000, they don't know about environment. Why? Because they were not taught in the school. So now the entrepreneur, they are not only looking for profits, they are also thinking of giving money, sharing their wealth for building schools, for building environments, for building hospitals. They're not talking about religion and caste and creed. So they're only interested in school and hospital. So they are working for the society. So eventually they are helping society. Whatever they are earning, they are sharing it for the betterment of the society. They want to uplift the society and the country. So what are the roles of entrepreneur? How they are affecting the society, or how the society is affected by the entrepreneur, presence of entrepreneur, different kind of entrepreneur. First is the entrepreneur create jobs. One man cannot do everything by himself or herself. They need people around. They need people who can help. They need people who can guide. So with the growth of their business, the entrepreneur look for more people. First of all, they will buy material from local area. So they'll buy from shop or some people. Once the business grows, they will buy more stuff, more material. So all these people who are selling the material, they will get benefited. So they will hire, the entrepreneur will hire people also. That is, more and more job will be created. Job creation also is one of the tasks. Next is sharing of wealth. It's not always possible that a person who has started a business, he will get all the money. It is shared. If you talk about Adani and Ambani, they are the richest people of Asia and even top 10 in the world. But when they are getting benefited, the country is getting benefited, the people are getting benefited, everyone. So people are earning because of them, because of the good entrepreneur. Because entrepreneur, when their business grow, the people who are working from them, who are employed, they also grow. Actually, everything which is related to business, they grow. Cycle will change to scooter, scooter will change to car, like this. Okay, so they will live a better quality life. The quality of life will be better. And then low price of products. Now, if you see that if one person is selling something, say in your area, there's only one person who is selling something. So you have to buy. You don't have any other option. But if 4 people are selling the same product, that means if somebody is selling in 100, the other is selling in 90, 80, 70, so everyone has to come down to 70 if the quality is same. So if more people, more companies are selling the same stuff, the prices will be lesser because of the competition amongst the company, competition amongst the entrepreneur. Okay. So what is the role of entrepreneur in society? Let us see by the Bharti story. So this was the example of lower price of products, less price. If you go outside, you'll see Walmart and Costco. They are giving in very cheap price the products. Now she is Bharti. I don't know whether she is Bharti or not, but just assume that she is Bharti. She is a young woman from Bihar. Actually, she is a jewelry queen. What does it mean being a jewelry queen? Because she works in the field of making jewelry. Bihar is a very famous state. Most of the IAS come from Bihar in India. You might have heard about Khan sir from Bihar, Patna. So now many of the girls of her vicinity, of her area, they love to wear earrings. Every woman loves to wear earrings. So what she does? She buys jute from a farmer. So this is the picture showing the jute, a farmer working with the jute. So now she is making the earrings from jute, a very natural material and very fine kind of earrings. The name of company is Manavi Natural Handicrafts. She hires 2 women. But because the order are so high, because first of all, jute, earring, they don't match, but still she is doing it. So now people are, by 2 hands, they are accepting it. Now she because of the higher demand, she is taking more jute from the farmer, and she has now given job to more women. So because of her, because of Bharti, the jute farmer is benefited. The women whom she is hiring, they are also getting benefited. So in all the ways, she is helping the society by starting a business. Jute is patsan in Hindi, patsan. So everyone in the chain is benefited. Though this is true that Bharti is also benefited, but all other people are also in the chain. So there are certain questions which arises. Let us see here. What demand did Bharti identify in her village? So we see what she finds in the vicinity, neighborhood. She found that the girls in her area liked to wear earrings. Girls in her area liked to wear earrings. If a girl wear a earring, they become more beautiful. You might have seen that. What is the local resource that Bharti used? Now the local thing is jute. Jute is easily available. Jute is also there in the market. How is Bharti helping her village grow? Not even the village, but the people, but the other people in the market. So by buying jute from the local farmer, now they are earning more money. The farmer are getting benefited. And also, she is providing jobs to local women whom she is hiring for the job. So both are the correct answer. How is she creating more jobs? First, by providing jobs to local women, that is absolutely true. By buying the jute from local farmers, this is also true. First is incorrect. By selling earrings to women without a job, this is incorrect. But if you try to find out the correct answer, farmers are getting benefited, no doubt, but we are talking about jobs. So she is providing jobs to the local women, okay? Now let us see the question and answer here. This is true and false. So this true and false, this is the answer also in your book. Entrepreneur can create jobs in the market. This is absolutely true. A single man cannot do everything. They have all the people buying, selling in the chain, in the market. If you want milk, you have to go to the milkman. For everything, you have to go to someone. You have to buy something from someone. Take the services. So if somebody starts a job, some entrepreneur, they are creating jobs. How many entrepreneurs sell mobile phones in a market? The price of the phone increase. See, many people selling. One person, say, one company, Nokia. Nokia was selling the mobile for 10K. Then Samsung came, then Oppo came, then so many company came. Now they started selling it for 2,000-3,000. So Nokia cannot sell it for 10,000. The Nokia has to sell it for 6,000 or 7,000. So this is how the price decreases. Third is an entrepreneur identify a need in the market and build a product or services for it. The entrepreneur need, they are related, they identify and then build the product and services for that. True. So this is a descriptive kind of question. List the ways in which an entrepreneur affects a society. So the answer is, see, an entrepreneur and a person who is doing the business, trading, etc. How does it affects a society? We have seen in the chapter all in detail. So first of all, it fulfills customer needs. Then it will use the raw material from the local market, local material, local people, local farmer, local agriculture, local traders. It will help the society, everyone. That is, it creates the job because the society as a whole will get emancipated. And then finally, the jobs will be created along with sharing of wealth. Okay? Sharing of wealth because everyone is benefited. So, qualities and functions of an entrepreneur. So, an entrepreneur, what are the qualities of an entrepreneur and what are the function entrepreneur do and expected out of them? In our world, we have seen a lot of entrepreneur. So entrepreneur, you can call them as the businessmen or the traders, but there is a slight difference between an entrepreneur and others. How they do behave in society, how do they think about society, behave, and what society thinks about them. So what are the qualities of an entrepreneur? Because every job or every skill has some of the other qualities. Quality is special characteristics or attributes. For an individual, what you will say? This person, he's a nice man. He talks so good. And if the person is not good, what you will say? He's very rude. He doesn't talk well. He doesn't behave well. And then those people who are working, you give some task and they will just do it. So hardworking. People are hardworking sometimes. So these are the properties of an individual. But when we talk about the same qualities about an entrepreneur, there are different kind of entrepreneur. They are individuals also, but they have different kinds of attributes specific which has some difference from others. So what are the qualities of an entrepreneur? What is expected out of an entrepreneur? Any successful entrepreneur, what will be the qualities in him? First thing, any entrepreneur comes with a new business idea, with a new style of working, with something which is in demand, is hardworking, it is patient, is confident, is creative, always have new kind of approach, take responsibility. So an individual, he wants to gain profit, he wants to do some business, he wants to fulfill the demand of the society and the people, and then do all these trades or show these all trades also. So what are the qualities of an entrepreneur? See, first thing is, you must believe in yourself. That means any entrepreneur should be confident enough to understand, to believe that he can do this business and he can take the business decisions. That is, he need to be confident. Second thing is, sometimes the idea may not work. Sometimes it may work, sometimes it may fail. So an entrepreneur should keep trying always with certain new ideas, then new ideas. He may change the ideas. For example, the corona came. If we were not having entrepreneur of Serum Institute or say Bharat Biotech, nobody would have thought that we'll get these medicines or vaccination so easily, because they were trying the new ideas, new things, depending upon the demand of the society. So it was a demand that people need vaccination. Now patient. Somebody says, running my business is very difficult. I have to give the electricity bill, I have to give the rent. There are so many things. I'm not getting profit. So sometimes you need to be very patient. Everything will not be a success. There are crest and trough in your life. Same as entrepreneur. Sometimes you may fail, but you will get success some other time. But you need to be patient and keep trying. These are the qualities of entrepreneur. Success will come only when you work hard for that success, to get that success. Right? Now, being creative. There are so many problems which are there in front of us. Society problem, demand problem. So the solution can be very naive, very say traditional. But the problem can be solved in a different way, in a very sophisticated or some different kind of way. So the idea has to be creative. You can be only successful. For example, there were taxis earlier, there were autos, there were rickshaws, everything was there. But people thought of the idea. They came up with Ola, Uber. Now you just go online. The car will come to you. You know how much amount to pay. You know the person also. So safety is also there. So something new or creative people thought. These are entrepreneurs. Let me tell you again. Confidence, trying of new ideas, being patient, waiting for the success, trying for the success, and being creative. These are the qualities of an entrepreneur. Now let us take the story of Zafar. Now there are certain problems that came, and how an entrepreneur come up with the solution and how they behave in certain indifferent situations. Okay. First thing is, I made a mistake. So if something wrong has happened because of my decisions, I am taking the responsibility. I will work to make it better. I will try to take the decision more appropriately next time. So taking the responsibility of success as well as failure is what is a trait of a good entrepreneur. Then the decision after thinking about whether they are good or bad for my business. So this is very good. When you think about the bad and good of your business, that is, you cannot take any decision which is very harsh. You can take a calculated risk. You just don't take risk, even in being an entrepreneur. Coming to hardworking. Somebody says, I work so hard, I work Saturdays, Sundays, I don't have time for my family, I don't give my time, my health is deteriorating. All these problem comes. But you see, Usain Bolt, he's number 100-meter world champion. Now he might have slept one day and woken up and he just won the race. No. He used to practice 10 to 12 hours a day. The way they eat, the way they practice, the way they behave, that is how he is number one. Hard work is the key. If you see about the animals, they are living life, but they still need to work hard to get their food. Everyone has to. And the final is, there are so many problems comes in the life, but it doesn't mean you just give up. Everyone has, as I said, success and failure. But just because you're not getting success every time, you can't just leave the job. You cannot just leave the intent for the life. So stay positive. Stay positive for your life. Think good about that. Now let us see some stories here. So we'll check or tick the options which are showing the qualities. So let us start with the first. They are basically stories. So first one is, Ravi's customer comes to his store and starts shouting at him. They might be angry on something because customers, they have right to do this. But Ravi, he does not get angry. He listens to what his customer is saying. So he's very patient. He's very understanding. He's very calm. He knows how to behave, how to react, how to take all this criticism or angriness from others. So he's what? He may be hardworking, confident, yes, but he is patient here. What he is? He may be trying new ideas, but the thing is, he is patient. This is the answer, patient. When two people are shouting, the best idea is one person should be calm, patient. We can talk tomorrow, or let's cut it short like this. So he is patient, and that is how he never reacted. Otherwise, it would have been a quarrel or a fight if he also started shouting. Right? He has all kind of dharya. Patient he is. Next is Sushila. Sushila decides to sell her company tires in Sri Lanka. This was never being tried, but now she has an idea that is being tried. Okay? Now Sushila, she does not sell, or it was not sold there. She had a loss. Now she apologized to the people who work for her. She may have an idea, okay, I'm taking the responsibility of the loss, but we will be selling it somewhere else. I will think in a good way. I'll think in a better way. So she plans better for the next time. She is not saying the people in the Sri Lanka, our company, they are not working hard, they are just doing this and that. So she is not leaving the responsibility to them. Because she is the leader, she is taking all the responsibilities of the success and the failure together. So she is taking responsibility for her mistake, and that is the good trait of an entrepreneur. Take the correct option for the function that the entrepreneur is doing. So one by one we'll see. Ali has a diamond factory. He pays his employees on the first of every month. Now since he has a diamond factory, see, so he is managing the business. He is giving the money or paying the money in a good time. He is not letting other people wait or the salaried people wait. Otherwise, this is a diamond job. Somebody will take the diamond and run away. You cannot do anything for that. Second is, Mary buys bulb for her business from Noida. She learns that bulbs are cheaper in Faridabad. So she decides to start buying bulbs from there. She was taking from Noida. Now she understood that taking from Faridabad is way better. So she has been making good decision. She has made a better decision for the betterment of the entrepreneurship. Renuma has two people who work for her. Every day she spends 1 hour with them to learn about what they have done that day. So now she sits, she thinks, what is good, what is bad, or how can she help. So this is kind of a management she is doing in the business. Okay. So Rehnuma is basically managing the business in a better way, in a good way. Maybe creating a new product or dividing income, maybe she might be doing, but here in this particular scenario, she is managing the business. Now there is a subjective question. As in the chapter, we have discussed all the content. So I'll just go through it. What do you think are the important functions of an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur, write your answer giving suitable examples. So the functions of an entrepreneur are, first, making decisions, because the decisions everyone takes every day, entrepreneur takes them more often. Some good, some bad. That is about the raw materials, how to produce, what to produce, when to produce, how much to produce, when to sell, where to sell, how much to sell. So these are the decisions being taken by him or her every day. So making decision is the function of an entrepreneur. Second is the managing the business. A business, if it is growing, then everyone has to manage this. For example, from where the raw material is going to come, people are working, and what is the next plan, whether we have achieved the target or not. Then dividing the income. See, if a person is earning and he is only earning, nobody will be interested. Everyone has to get the equal share or share of the amount. Okay. For example, a person has to, or an entrepreneur has to pay for the rent, for salaries. This also has to be taken care. Now, taking risk. So you can take risk because something may go wrong, but there may be something like fire, lost items, or theft. So everyone has to be prepared for all this. Taking risk and taking strong decision, sometimes very decision that might seem different, but you might have thought, okay, this will do good to us in the later future. Create a method, idea, or product. So an entrepreneur is all about a different thought, a new idea. If you are in Chandni Chowk going to your say shop every day, coming back every day, that is not an entrepreneurship. If you don't try new things, if you don't increase the importance of your entrepreneurship and the income, there is no point in doing the entrepreneurship. So new things should be there, and this is the requirement. Myths about entrepreneurship. What do we mean by myth? That means misconception, misunderstanding, or something which is not correct, which is not real, unreal. We know that entrepreneurs are all around us. They are friends, they are families. There are so many people who are businessmen, traders, and they're entrepreneurs. But let me ask you a question. How many of us want to be entrepreneur by ourselves? Do we want? People will say, I want to be a doctor, engineer, I want to fly a flight, I want to be a pilot. Nobody says, I want to be a businessman until you have a very big business of your father. Nobody says that. Some think that this entrepreneurship or being an entrepreneur is very easy. It needs no effort. Okay. Some people think that it is very difficult. So thinking it is very easy, thinking it is very difficult, because being an entrepreneur is all about new ideas, selling some stuff, making profits. People may think I don't have any money, or sometimes if I even do this, say some business, I may fail. And some people think that they are not even meant to be entrepreneurs. That is, they are meant for something else, or entrepreneurs are special people, they are born in some different way, or they don't have the skill. Like this means the people, they don't have the skill to become an entrepreneur, so they don't want it to be. So there are so many misconceptions or myth, and this misconception is basically a conception which is misunderstood. For example, if we know, everyone knows that the earth is round, but if you believe me, there are people still out there who believe that earth is flat. We have all the research, we have all the pictures, we have all the practicals. We know that this earth is round, but still people think that this is flat. This is a misconception. There are people who think that tall people, they run faster than a short persons. For example, Jamaican Usain Bolt, he is a world champion. But Canadian D. Grass, Johan Blake, Van de Werk, all they are, equivalent to him. Some of them might have beaten them in also in some of the races. So, for example, if you just think, some people might have said that okay, the tall people, they run faster because they are tall, their width or length of their step is quite high. This is a misconception. Short people, they have made records, they are world champions, they are running faster. Okay, so this is a kind of misconception. Jamaican Usain Bolt, his only friend and countryman Johan Blake, he is equivalent to him. So there are some misconception about this entrepreneurship, being an entrepreneur, and let us try to understand what are the misconceptions and what is the truth actually. We want to be very truthful here, understand, and just erase those misconceptions which we have in our mind. The first misconception we will talk about, the misconception that every business idea needs to be unique or special. If you don't have any unique or special idea, then you are not an entrepreneur and you are not doing any entrepreneurship. Okay? For example, Uber was already there. It was a success. Why did Ola came? The idea was already there. The thought was already there. I'm just saying, see, every entrepreneur has to be in society, has to go between people, try to understand the customer demand, and then to fulfill this demand, he must bring certain new ideas to his business, because business every second person is doing. But to bring certain special thing, certain sophisticated thing, but certain ideas was, if it is already there. For example, Uber came first. Then we have Ola. In India, we have popular Ola, Uber and Ola. How did Ola came when Uber was already there? It would not have been a success because Uber was already there. I am just saying that when the business idea of Uber was already there, then Ola can also come with a different idea, with a set of different kind of thought. Okay, so which is already there. Let me give you one more example. Food Panda was already there. Zomato is already there. Why did Swiggy was a great success? Swiggy said, if you want just a one piece of sweet, we will give it to you. We will bring it to you. So the already existing idea, the already existing thought, it was somewhat being emancipated in certain logical way and then made it different. Means things are there, already ideas are there, but just to approach them in a different way can give you a success. Just a twist, just a slight addition can give you a good entrepreneurship. I'll give an example of Ganesh. Ganesh, this person which you see is Ganesh. Let us assume that. Now he is an entrepreneur. He started a car rental business. Car rental is basically giving car on rent for some time, 1 to 7 days or even a month. And then you take a per day charge or per hour charge. Now Ganesh, he wanted to do something different because car rental companies are in abundance. So what did he do differently? Previously it was Ambassador, then the Indica car, Tata Indica, and now the Amaze. There are so many cars which has already has taken place of being a taxi or a rental car because they are good cars. But Ganesh thought a different idea. He said, okay, along with the rental cars I have, why not to add some luxurious cars like Mercedes Benz, like BMW, like the high-end cars. Because if you give this car on rent, you will get a huge money. For example, 50 lakh car, if you give someone, you can charge 50,000 per day, Indian rupees. So what happened after 10 years? Save Ganesh, now he has 200 cars, and out of which 75 cars are luxury cars. So business idea of car rental was already there, but he just added a twist, added a certain layering to this, or you can say he garnished it with Mercedes and BMW. That is why he was a success. There is one more misconception, that is, person needs a lot of money to start a business. That is, if you want to start a business, you need to have a bank balance, a lot of amount. There is a word always you listen to it, capital. That is money used or money employed or is required to start a business is called capital. So every business need some capital, but not every business need a lot of money. You need money, it is true, but you don't need a lot of money. You can start a business, you can start a new idea, you can experiment with the idea if what you have in your pocket. How much money you have in your pocket or how much money you can borrow. For example, you are doing, say, bird business, okay, chicken business. Who told you to buy 1,100,000 or 2,000 birds? Start with 5 and 10. When it gets up, when your business, you understand it well, then you can, with the profit, small profit, you can again feed that profit into your business. And that is how you build up that business. Okay, it is not required that you are a billionaire or a millionaire always to start a business. There is one more misconception that only a person having a big business is an entrepreneur. Okay, for example, Jeff Bezos or say anyone, Ambani, Adani in India, or you can take example of Tesla's owner. They are entrepreneur, no doubt they are an entrepreneur. If you are Tata, you're Bajaj, you are an entrepreneur. But it is not always that if you have a lot of money or if your company is billion company, it is not always the case. You can have a small money and then you can be an entrepreneur. She is Sheila. She is 35 years old. She loved to drive. Now she worked hard for 5 years and she bought a taxi for herself. Now she wanted something different. She wanted to do something differently. So what did she do? She was a taxi driver, and whenever somebody comes to her as a customer, she would be very kind, very gentle, and would say hello, means greet them with appropriate respect. Also, she would put that day's newspaper in her car, latest newspaper, that day newspaper, even magazine she might have put. And also, she installed a small TV to the customer. Now the customer, if he or she is on a say long ride, he or she can watch television. And also, she put a board having the numbers of hospitals and hotels also, because people would require it often, hospitals and hotel number. And because of this, all this, what she did differently, the customers were loving this kind of ride, this kind of taxi, because newspaper, television, board, and she is very friendly. She is greeting them well. So there was a line. There was people used to stand in a queue because they want this ride, this amazing taxi ride. So what she does actually, what was different? She is not a very big entrepreneur. She is not a big, multi-billionaire business woman. What was she doing? She was just doing things which are required, but people were not doing. It means the customer required, but people were not doing. Taxi drivers were not doing. Everyone wants comfort. Everyone wants some good time, pleasure time when he is relaxing in taxi. So when you have a good experience like newspaper, like television, and also why was she doing it? Because she wants to increase the business. She wants to increase the level of profit she is making. Quality of life she wants good. So many of people would say Sheila is not an entrepreneur. No. Taxi business is also an entrepreneurship. Okay. She is doing her work. She is doing good work and she is taking care of, thinking about the customer, and she is adding certain things depending upon the customer's requirement and want. That is how she is having so many people to ride, because now she is able to give them all the comfort they want. So she is an entrepreneur. Sheila is an entrepreneur. Okay. No business or no work is big or small. Even if you start a very, very small business, which is not very good taken up by the society, people have made business out of garbage. People have made business of things which are not respected or not being thought in the society. If a person is running a business to fulfill customer need, they are entrepreneur. These are the people you see, they have started a very small startups. Now they are awardees. They have made a very good business out of it. Now they are entrepreneur because they kept to their nerve and they knew that if they work hard, anything can be achieved. There is one more misconception that entrepreneurs are born, they are not made. Okay? Is it so? Nobody is an engineer by birth. They become engineer because they are being trained. They have those skills that are being developed. So, do you think you can be an entrepreneur? Yes. Everyone, you, me, everyone can be an entrepreneur. Even a food seller, even a fruit seller is an entrepreneur. Sometimes people think that there are only some people who are born, those people who are from business community, they can only be the business people or entrepreneur. Okay? Entrepreneur is all about who does whatever it takes to make the business successful. They work hard, they develop all the qualities of making a business grow. For example, if you're a tea seller, if you are, say a street food seller, people don't like to do that work. But if you do it well, in a good way, people will order that food. People will be in queue to get that particular food you make. The way you behave, the way you go about your business, the way you take business decision, all these things are important. So you have to decide, you have to believe, you have to have that determination that anything is possible. Nothing is impossible. Even the I am, see, impossible also is saying I am possible. Impossible also says I am possible. So it can be achieved by anyone, you, me, or whichever, whoever who wants it. So start about an idea, start the work and make it different. And just, have you ever thought, Dhirubhai Ambani, everyone knows that Gujarati people, they are the business people. But with this logic, everyone has to be an Ambani. But Ambani is only one. Dhirubhai Ambani started with very small, cloth business, etc. And now his son, who is Mukesh Ambani, he is in the top 5 richest people of the world. He is top richest Asian person. Now let us take the question and answer. What is the difference between misconception and reality? This we are going to take in just now. But let us take the second part first. Second B part. Matching each story. So match each story below with the misconception about entrepreneurship. Misconception is misunderstanding. Misconception is what is being fed to you, which is unreal. For example, somebody say Muslims are like this, or the low caste people are like this, or these Christians are like this. These are misconceptions being fed to you for years. Every human being from any race, any religion, they are same. They are same. Just the food habits may change, the way they wear may change. Otherwise, all have emotions, all have feeling, all have love, all have care. Everything is same. So you need to keep these or misconception out of your mind. Okay, keep your mind open. Just clear yourself. Misconception is very dangerous. So Ramu owns a large clothes shop. Shamu has a small store selling handmade sarees. Shamu does not call himself an entrepreneur. Why Shamu is not calling entrepreneur? If you see the misconception and if you want to match it, the first won't match, the second won't match, A and B won't match. Okay. So let us see the C word. Ramu owns a large shop, Shamu small shop. So Ramu and Shamu, the only difference is the size, the capacity of the shop. But Shamu is an entrepreneur. He cannot say that he is not an entrepreneur, because a person needs to have a big business to be called an entrepreneur. This is a misconception. Even if you have a small business and if you're working hard, you're making it successful with your hard work and all the qualities you possess, this business is also an entrepreneur. Second one, Anna has a great idea for a website. She has 5,000 rupees. She's waiting for 20,000 rupees more so that she can start it. Now the option is not there. We have to add one more option. I'll tell you what is the misconception. The misconception is that if you have small money, you cannot start a business. If you have less money, you cannot be an entrepreneur. This is not true. This is untrue. This is unreal. Even I'll just go to the third one, then I'll get back to the second one. In a city of thousands of tailoring shops, Gauri is a tailor who stitches good quality cloth and has a very successful business. So there are so many tailoring shops, but Gauri is also a tailor. She is also making good cloth and she has a very successful business. So she is way better than the other tailors in the area. Okay. So now she has a business idea. She is working hard. She's also getting profit. So she is making something very good, which people are liking it. So how do you relate it? Every business idea needs to be unique or special. This is misconception. Now coming back to the Anna. See, let me add one more option here, which is not given here. The option is you don't need a lot of money, or the misconception is you need a lot of money to be an entrepreneur. So let me tell you this clear one. Entrepreneur doesn't need big money always. Even if you have small money, you can start a website or you can do some other thing. And once you get a good money, your business idea grows, people start liking it, people start buying it. Then you can again use this profit for the next business, for the same business. Okay. You don't need a lot of money for that, for every business. What is the difference between a misconception and reality? Give an example. So misconception is a concept which has been misunderstood, or people have fed you, some television, newspaper have fed you, or WhatsApp has fed you. So myth or a misconception is a false belief or an opinion about certain thing. Even if a true thing is being told to you, you don't understand. You don't fall for it. You just fall for what is being told to you. For example, as I said, that the earth is round. But still people say, there are so many people say the earth is square, the earth is flat. But this is not true. There are so many people who are still in misconception. People think that the short people cannot run fast. Only the people who have good height, they are fast runner. This is not always true. I told you the example of Van and about Johann Blake, etc. Reality means the things which actually exist. Okay, it may appear or not, but it is scientifically proven, it is researched, it is invented, it is discovered, it has all the proofs. For example, the short people, they can run faster. You have seen that. Globe, earth is round. It is not flat, it is not square or rectangle. So this is not reality. So misconception, reality is reality. Okay, thank you so much. Entrepreneurship as a career option. So if you want to take entrepreneurship or you want to be an entrepreneur, start a business, do the trading, how is it for your career option? Can you take it for earn a living as your livelihood? Can you make it? Or there are other options which you can choose. So what we have discussed up till now is what entrepreneurship has effect on the society. That is, an entrepreneur is a person who have new idea, who thinks that he can do that business, take a risk, have patience, and actually help society. So anyone who starts a business, how he helps this society, how he benefits the society. And we also talked about the qualities and the functions of entrepreneur. So what are the attribute, characteristics, and what are their tasks? And what are the misconceptions? What are the wrong thoughts, opinions people have? So now we are talking about doctor, engineer, everyone wants to be something. What is your life choice? So what about taking entrepreneurship as a life choice, as your job? The career you take is that line of work that an individual takes for life. He may change sometime, but a career is basically the skill or the knowledge he has, and he employ it for earning food, for earning livelihood. So there are two ways a person can earn a living, can earn money to feed, Everyone, everyone comes with a stomach. So the basic necessity is food. So roti, kapda, makan, that is food, shelter, and the cloth. These are the basic requirement of any individual whatsoever. Okay. So now they have to work. When they have to work, that means they need some career, or they have some career. So if we have some Mercedes option, he this is his choice. This is a career. Everyone wants something to be done. Okay. So there are two ways, two kind of people, how they earn a living. So there are two ways. The first is self employment, and the second is wage employment. Self employment means you're working by yourself. You're not employed anywhere. You're not working for anyone. You're not being paid by anyone. Okay, this is self employment. Wage employment or salary employment or the amount employment is that you work for some company, you are employed somewhere, you have a boss, you are being paid, and you get a monthly salary or a weekly salary. So this is how there is a difference between a self-employment and a wage employment. These are broadly two ways of how people get their salary or get the money to live. Okay. So basically getting a salary or employed by himself. Let me just give you more detail. Let us take an example of a doctor, this doctor. Now, when a doctor works for a hospital, for example, in Delhi, we have Sir Gangaram Hospital or say some Max Hospital and Fortis. So if somebody works there, go every day, come every day, fixed time, somebody is pediatrician in some department, so he gets a salary, say 2 lakhs. So this is what he earns every day, every month or say every week. He is wage employed. Now, when he opens a clinic, when he has a clinic or he opens a hospital, now he is self-employed. He will employ people who will be wage employed. Okay. So this is the difference between self-employment and wage employment. When you start a clinic, then you can have new ideas. Like if somebody comes, you give a 50% discount on various tests. So this is how a doctor can also be an entrepreneur. In your life, in your job or anywhere, there is always 3 steps. So a person who becomes an entrepreneur, he also has to go through the 3 steps or 3 stages of a career process. A kid is born, go to school, then he does his schooling, then he takes biology or mathematics or some other career option. Then he goes, takes experience, then he becomes pro, and then he starts earning. Then he becomes known in his field. Okay, somebody may become good pharmacist, somebody may become good musician. What about business? People who opt for business. So first thing is entry in any kind of job and entrepreneurship also. The entry, when an entrepreneur is starting, they are just entering the market because market is business. Business is done in market. Let us take an example. Assume this woman is Sanjana and she is starting a small grocery store in her vicinity or a locality. Now, if you see that we are calling it as Kirana shops in India and convenience store in Western world, especially Canada and US. So now the first stage is entry. Second stage is to enter and then survive. So grocery store, there'll not be only one grocery store. There'll be multiple convenience stores. For example, in India, we have Easy Day, we have Suvidha, we have GeoMart. There are so many grocery providing, establishments. So there are many entrepreneurs in the market. And the entrepreneur, they need to be competitive in the market. For example, this Sanjana, there are many other grocery stores in her area, but Sanjana's store which she opened survives the competition and it is doing well also. Previously, she just had 1 floor. Now she has expanded her store to another floor as well. So this is how she has survived the competition in the market. So first she entered, she started a grocery shop. Now has survived and she has started slowly building up and increasing. Okay. So if you cannot compete, you cannot survive. And then the third and important step is to grow. Once your business is stable, you are known, people are buying, you are making profit, then you start expanding your business. You expand your business because you entered, then you survived, and now you are growing yourself, the company is growing, and then maybe the share and etc. are going. For instance, Sanjana, after 5 years, she has opened a chain of four more grocery shops, convenience shop in the same city. In her city, she has opened in different part of the city four local this grocery shop. But now she is planning that she will expand to other city, nearby city. For example, she is Dehradun and she wants to expand it in Chandigarh also. So what you need to remember in your brain, keep it inside, is the entrepreneur or any job, not only entrepreneur. First thing is, anyone who wants to be entrepreneur has to do a lot of work because business is competitive. Everywhere, everything is competitive. First, you have to learn, you have to understand, you have to study and then practice. First time you just see YouTube video on how to fly aircraft and then you are ready for flying the aircraft. No, there are so many certification, examination, flying time. Then after so many years, you are capable of being a flight captain. You'll get only solo fly after that. So what we think is not that easy. Every job, every task is important. We need to learn and practice because learning about business is only known when you learn and practice, and then you are actually in the business. The first thing is to learn them in school and college. We always see in engineering or any sort of course, there is summer training, MBA also, we have projects. So once you are done, you believe in your idea, you can start a business. This is quite risky. Every even if you're walking on the road, it's risk. Okay, so it's risky. So now this is so risky, but we have to try. Every job is risky. In the life is risky. Okay, so this is how an entrepreneur also understand that we have to be very, very say competitive. For example, you want to be Jeff Bezos, Tesla, and everybody, they just didn't become these big names in one day. They took all what is required. So what I'm saying is learn, practice, get some experience, and try hard. Let us take the question and answer. Write against the option if the business idea is of self-employment or wage employment. Wage employment, you get a salary, you're employed by someone. Self-employment, you have started your own business, shop, etc. And then you're getting earning your money. So cooking in a restaurant, you are working for someone because you are a cook. Someone is owning this restaurant. Someone is owning this restaurant. So you are a wage earner, owning a clothing business. See, this business you have started and you are self-employed, having a dosa selling stall. So you have started a stall, sells dosa or other stuff. So this is self-employment. So these are the answers for this part of the question. Match the following. As I'm saying, in life, everywhere, you have 3 steps. First, you enter. In this world, you enter. Then you survive. And finally, you grow. Right? So if you enter and then survive, then only you will grow. And without entering, you cannot survive. Every part is important. For example, I'll tell you Indian actors, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Akshay Kumar, Amitabh Bachchan, Madhuri Dixit, why they have survived? Because when they entered, they didn't get success overnight. They struggled and they had something different. You know them, they have talent and they have something which is loved by the country. So this is how they survived after so many years, 30 years now, 30, 40, 50 years. Amitabh Bachchan almost 40 years. And Amitabh Bachchan was, he was not taken into All India Radio because people said that you don't have good voice. He was rejected from being an anchor. And now, everywhere in telephone, you'll see Amitabh Bachchan. So what I'm trying to say here is, this is just to make you understand that these are the steps. Surbhi opens 5 painting stores across India. See, Surbhi might have started a business. First, she might have entered, then she might have learned, then she might have survived, and now she is opening 5 painting stores. Right? So what do you see here? She is growing now. She is at that stage. Now she has a store which is doing well. Now she has enough money or maybe some getting good funding, so she can start or grow the business. There are many coaching classes in Mumbai. Jacob owns one of them. He is starting morning batches to attract more students to his classes. Now, this is survival. There are so many classes, coaching classes. Because he sees that people or students are moderately coming. So now he decides he'll start the classes at what time? Where other coaching classes are closed and people or the students can come. And suitable for students also. Even he is giving this decent discount. Sharma has started her clothing line on the internet. Now she has started. She has just entered. And then she will survive. And if she survives, she can grow. This is the answer. So these are the proper matching. This is also the matching. Okay. If you want to just copy it down. Okay, this is all about this topic. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.